viewers, and welcome back to the second and final session of the program, A Moment with the Servant of God. My name is Ibrahim Adula. Tonight we're doing things quite a bit different because I'm hosting three sisters. They are called, or rather they go by the name Tolle sisters. We have Grace, we have Mercy, and we have Hope. Later on in the show, we shall be having their teacher, rather trainer, by the name Kevin Masini. So do stay on ITV. My Twitter handle is @IbraAdolo. You can continue interacting. And before we move on, let me, pose this question before I bring on Mwalimu Kevin Masini, who is their teacher. Let me pose this question to Grace, Mercy, and Hope. Do you think that you are celebrities? Let me start with you, Grace. Do you think you are a celeb? You don't think you are a celeb? Speak up. What about you, Mercy?
No.
You're not a celebrity?
Yeah.
And you, Hope?
No.
Why don't you think that you're celebrities? Because people, rather regard you so highly.
Yes, we regard us highly, but you're not yet there. You're still upcoming.
Do you know a book by the name, what do we call them? Is it Moipei? The Moipei Quartet. Have you heard about them?
Yes.
Have you had a chance to interact with them?
No, but we have been communicating with their dad. We have met with their dad several times, but we have never met with them because most of the time that we are going for the festivals, they are not around. Yeah.
Which festivals have you performed in?
The music festivals, drama festivals.
For high schools and primary schools?
Yes.
But do you expect that one day, probably God willing, you can do something with the Moipei Quartet?
Yes.
Do you regard them highly? Are they your role models?
Yes.
What about your parents? Are they your role models? Do they do music?
Yes, they just sing, but they don't do it.
They just sing. In church or where? Anywhere. On streets. In church, do you do something in church, Mercy?
We were in the choir, in the church choir, but these days we are very silent.
Why?
Yes, maybe in our classes, when we are taking our classes on Sundays, we can go to the front and just speak a word or sing or pray. But these days, I think we are very silent.
How is your reception in school when you are together with your fellow students and your teachers? How do your teachers and your fellow students take you?
They just regard us as musicians who are trained, and whenever there's a chance to call a musician who can sing or perform in a function in the school, they just call us, and we appreciate very much.
Don't they take you more important than other students in school?
Yes, some of them take us as very much important.
And do you think that's alright? Or rather, how do you feel about it?
Okay, we feel good, but I think that's not that good because someone can see the others that they're not
important.
That important. They despise them.
How do you take that attention in high school? Because everybody seems to notice you. But are you noticed in school?
Yes.
How do you take such a situation?
Okay, sometimes I feel good, but again sometimes I don't feel good. Because I like humbling myself, so when people bring you up, sometimes you feel like you're not in the right place.
So you just have to appreciate it and move on with it.
Yes.
Then what do you do in terms of inspiring any other artists? Do you have some people that you are grooming? I believe you are a bit older than them, who are probably in primary school. Do you have somebody that you are grooming?
No.
You just have your talent for yourself, apart from your sisters? Any other upcoming artists, maybe a 2-year-old, a 3 or 5-year-old that you are mentoring?
No.
Not yet. All right. In terms of music, have you done any collab with any artists who have made it?
No.
Not yet.
Yes.
But do you intend to do a collab?
Yes, we are planning to do collabs. Let's say from our next song. Yes.
Which artist do you want to do a collab with? Mercy?
I will say just Danny Gift.
Danny Gift's the only artist. Seemingly you like Danny Gift. Did you watch the program that brought him to Limelight on on the national broadcaster? You did not watch it. What about you? Do you have an artist that you want to do a collab? Who is that? You also Bahati. Alright, you're watching the program A Moment of the Servant of God. I'm hosting the Tolle Sisters, Grace, Mercy and Hope. But in the meantime, the next 2 minutes or so, I'll be bringing on board Mwalimu Kevin Masini, who is their mentor, their teacher and their trainer. Is going to tell us more on these kids, what rather is in place with them, what they are planning to do in the near future. So in the next, we shall be having Mwalimu Kevin Masini. And in terms of your careers and your family life, how do you come up and compose these songs? Because I believe you're students, you have other family work to do. Where do you get the time to compose your songs? Let me start with you, Hope.
Yes, sometimes like you are just writing in class or you are studying and a song comes to your mind. Like you postpone it till when you are going to sleep, then you repeat the song, you practice it, then you put it on paper. With law school, me and my sisters, I tell them, then we practice.
You can't forget the song.
Once I write it, can't get it out of my
You've got a sharp mind, huh?
Yes.
Who is the chief composer of the group in terms of songs? Who has composed the most number of songs?
Yes.
Grace, the youngest.
Yes.
Are you sure? Or you're just saying because
I'm
you know?
sure. I'm sure.
How many songs has she written? Percentage in terms of percentage, 90%, 80% of the songs, or 100% of the songs?
Maybe 75.
75 of the songs.
Yes.
Grace, what comes into your mind when you compose a song?
Okay, when let's say that you don't have any work and you're free, something comes to your mind that you say do this. And sometimes you may see something and you decide to compose a song about that.
So many of your songs come from the experiences that you go through and not necessarily the Bible?
Sometimes they come from the Bible and sometimes from the experience.
And what about you? Have you been part and parcel of composing any of your songs?
Yes.
Like what percentage?
Let's say 2%.
2%.
Yes.
So the bulk work is done by Grace.
Yes.
Then probably the next 10-15% it's Mercy, and then the 2%.
Yes.
People might tend to believe that, rather think that you're the one who is supposed to drive the group.
No. It doesn't depend on who came out first. We are 3, but you have different capabilities and abilities. So you do what you are best in. Yes.
So Grace, what about you? When you compose this song, do you sit down to write them, or once you compose them in your mind, they stick in your mind, you don't have to write them down?
When I compose, I always record them, then I write it.
Where? On a phone?
Yes.
You have a phone that records?
It's my mother's phone.
Your mother's phone. I was almost wondering that at your age you have a recording phone. Anyway, that one aside, who is your producer? Teddy B.
Yes.
How do you come to meet Teddy B?
Okay, there's a day that the Republic was on air and Teddy B was brought to the station, and it was he said that we saw that he was a good producer and would like to be recorded songs
To be producing the songs for you?
Yes.
So for how long have you been with Teddy B?
1 year.
1 year now.
Yes.
So who was your producer prior to Teddy B being your producer?
The first time we had Zach, then the second time we came to Godric's, and now Teddy B.
Why did you do away with Zach, then do away with Godric's, my good friend, and then finally you have Teddy B, who is also my good friend?
With music, if you want to get that airplay, they look at the quality. And it's like Teddy B, the quality is higher than the others because he's just like a national figure. And now we decided to go his way.
Therefore, joining us also in studio is Mwalimu Kevin Masini, who is their trainer, their tutor of the Tolle Sisters. Karibu sana Mwalimu.
Thank you.
what brought you, or rather connected you to the Tolle sisters? How did you come to know about them?
Okay. Tolle sisters, I met them some 5 years ago.
5 years.
Yeah, I had gone to Kapenguria to work there as a teacher. Then.
So you are a teacher by profession.
Yeah, exactly. Then the person who linked them to me was my brother, who was initially their trainer also. Then when he had gotten a transfer, so he had seen some talent in them. So he said, I need to get somebody also to continue nurturing this talent. Yeah. So that's how I came in contact with them. Yeah.
How do you regard them?
They are fantastic.
In the next 5 years, where do you see the three sisters?
They are going far. Because for the 5 years I've been with them, they have grown.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have grown from where they were those years. They are now somewhere where they can even do their own work without any supervision. And that is very encouraging. So that means once they are self-driven, they can do great things even in the next 5 years.
Right. Do you have any family or blood ties with the Tolle family?
Not really, but they are family friends.
Family friends.
Yeah,
So,
the parents are good friends to us. Yeah. Yeah.
all right. So, what does it take for you as a trainer? What is it required of you as a trainer for them?
Okay, see, as a trainer, I have a challenge because whatever they produce out, somebody asks who trained them. Yeah, if they sing a voice quality that is low, somebody will ask who trained these girls. Why couldn't this person do this and this? So that's the challenge I have. That's my duty, and I believe up to where they are now going to do something good. Yeah.
Do you think they are already there in terms of what they are doing, or we are expecting something more than already what they are giving to us?
Because now as they live, they are growing. So I expect they'll do better than what they are doing right now. They'll do greater. They'll go international. They'll not look at Trans Nzoia or West Pokot County. They'll go far to South Africa, to America, and other places.
As a trainer, why did you choose the Tolle sisters? Because I believe there were other options. You could be a trainer of any other group. Why the Tolle sisters?
Okay, apart from them, I'm a music teacher in my own school. So I trained them in the school choir. They were part of the school choir. In fact, I'm going to miss them now that they are going to Form 1. And so, and again, the parents requested for their special attention on their talent. So that's how I separated them from the rest.
But still you can do something with them even if they are in high school, I believe so.
Exactly.
Alright, thank you so much. That is Mwalimu Kevin Amasini, who is the trainer to the Tolle sisters. This is the program among the servants of God. Before we wrap up, the digital world, rather the world is going digital. I believe that they have some social media sites that they're using the Twitter handles and the FB. Do you have any Twitter handle or an FB page for your group?
Yes.
What's your FB page?
Tolle sisters.
Tolle sisters. What about your Twitter handle?
Tolle sisters.
At Tolle sisters.
Yes.
So you can follow at Tolle sisters. You can like them on Facebook, Tolle sisters. Any other social site that you are in?
Reverb Nation on YouTube.
Reverb Nation on YouTube.
Yes.
So far, how many videos do you have?
Yeah, 8.
8 videos.
Yes.
Out of the, how many songs do you have in total?
We have 9.
9 songs. So there's only one song that doesn't have a video.
Yes.
And in the kitchen, do you have something cooking? A new song, a new track?
Yes.
When should we expect it?
Maybe let's say next year.
Next year. What time? Do you have any timelines, time scales?
No, that's the beginning of next year.
But at the beginning, they should be doing Form 1. You'll be in Form 3. When do you intend to get time to be in studio?
Maybe during this holiday.
Why don't you invite me? I'm also a good artist. I make the 4th voice for the Tolle sisters. Do you intend to add another person into your group, or the 3 of you are enough?
Somebody can join our group, but I think we are enough.
I think I should be the 4th person. You need some bass, some big voices for the group. What do you think about that? We can talk about that. Anyway, a word of advice because of time. What can you advise the young people who are watching you right now, starting with you, Grace? Briefly, what can you tell them using your camera?
Okay, I would like to tell them that just keep on, when you have a talent, just you can just keep on coming
Exploring.
up. Yes, explore your talent and keep on serving God and glorifying Him because He's the one who has given you that life to explore that talent.
Wonderful. And you, Mercy, what can you tell them briefly?
I would also add something to what my sister was saying. If you have a talent, don't sit on it. God gave you the talent. You should use it to praise Him. Even though you are maybe you are deaf, you are blind, you are dumb, you don't have one leg. Disability is not an ability. You can just use anything. Even if you are blind, you can just sing. There's a guy I was singing with in the festival and became number one. I became number two. So don't think that because I don't have this, I don't have this, I cannot sing or I cannot dance or I cannot do anything. Just use your talent well and use it to praise God.
Wonderful. And you finally hope?
Okay, they say that a journey of 1,000 miles begins from one step.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be best to start on your talent. Like me personally, when I started singing, my vocals, they were very weak. In fact, sometimes I was very down. My teacher used to tell me that I should not worry because the people are best, they once started from worst. And so, yes, you just practice your talent. You have that faith and hope. Yes, and at the end of the day, you'll produce something greater because practice makes perfect, and you don't forget God. You put Him first in everything that you do, and when things don't work out, you just push on, you praise on.
Amen. Initially, Hope talked about patience, then she's talking about hope. Anyway, finally, what about you, Mwalimu Kevin? A word of advice to the very small kids who might want to become like the Tolle sisters and other trainers like you.
Okay. So to the young generation outside there, what I'm telling you is that there is always a future for everybody, and don't give up. When you have a talent, can you wake up and try to look for a chance to exploit that talent to the best of your knowledge.
Right.
To my fellow trainers, identify the talent and make it better in the next future. Thank you.
Thank you so much. One silly question. What do you eat? What do you eat?
Everything.
Can you eat a tortoise?
I'm not sure.
Because somebody might think, okay, what do these young girls eat? Because they're beautiful, they've got beautiful voices, and we want to be like them.
We just eat everything that is ordinary. Yes. Like ugali, sukuma wiki, yes, sucha, all that, meat.
Alright, from the western part of Kenya, we like what we call salams. Peana salamu kidogo. Some people who are watching out there, your schoolmates, your neighbors, your daddy, your mommy.
Okay, I'd like to send my greetings to my friends back at school, Kina Ann Chari, my friends at home, Kina Meshi, all of you, my parents, people back at home, our family, friends, yes, my teacher here, and my principal back at school, and just everyone.
Wow. What's the name of the principal?
My principal is called Mrs. Ambassa.
Mrs. Ambassa.
Yes.
Wonderful.
I would like to send greetings to my parents. I love them so much. I also want to send greetings to my relatives and my friends and everybody. Also to my former head teacher and also my deputy head teacher.
What about you?
Okay, I would like to send greetings to my parents, to my friends, my former friends, to my friends at home, at school, and anyone.
Alright, before we wrap up, I like your song Hakuna. Can you do something on Hakuna? I like that song so much. A stanza or two.
Hakuna, hakuna, atakayefunga. Hakuna, hakuna,
atakayefunga mlango wa baraka, Mola akifungua hakuna mwanadamu atakayefunga.
Wow, wonderful. But I believe that I must be the fourth person in this group. Kindly bring me on board. I shall take you places. Anyway, thank you so much for coming. Grace, Mercy, Grace, and Hope. The Tolle sisters, may God bless you so much. May He take you to places. So, when you go back, say hi to Mommy and Daddy and all your friends. And all your friends. See you, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much, dear. Then with that, we come to the end of tonight's show, Moment with the Servant of God. Tonight, I've been having the Tolle sisters, Grace, Mercy, Grace, and Hope. Both are all of them are the Tolle sisters. I'm glad to come to the end of tonight's show. Until next weekend, I've been your host, Ibrahim Adolwa. Good night, and God bless you so much.